Hi guys, it's Summers here and welcome to Season 2 of the On The Road Career Mode series with Walsall. You're joining me as we just open up the first stages of the season basically, and we're trying to select the training scenarios that we will put the players through as we open up into the second season. So here we're looking at Cisse. He's now worth £400,000, the youngster. He's a decent striker. I hope we can make some improvements to him throughout this early phase of the season, in order that perhaps either we get him out on loan or maybe even try to slot him into the team. As we just take a look at the centre forwards that we've also got in the youth academy there, we've got Romano, Barrios and Mitchell. And then we're looking at Lombardi, who we promoted towards the end of last season, now worth £180,000. We'll try and get him trained up as well, and he's in a similar scenario to Cisse in terms of his potential in terms of the youth academy. In terms of getting into the main squad or being sent out on loan. Isaac Murphy here, right midfielder, is now worth £575,000, and we'll try and get him trained up ahead of the new season. I was hoping to get him on some crossing drills there to try to improve his knocking the ball into the box. So we can't really get an improvement on Murphy that I'd like, so we're going to switch tact and try for a different player. Let's try Philip Campbell, left midfielder, worth £450,000. And his crossing scenarios can be improved quite dramatically, so we're going to lob him into that scenario. In the middle of the park, we've got a few youth squad players that I'd like to try to improve ahead of the season and maybe get them trained up enough to get them into the main squad. Matteo Marino here, the Italian, we're going to add him into the roster, the training roster. And then goalkeeper wise, we've obviously got Chewy still on loan. Not looking to improve him at all in any way, because he'll be going back to his parent club soon enough. But we do obviously need to get another keeper trained up to take his position. We've got Hughes in the main squad at the moment, but we've also got Ewan Watson looking quite decent at £475,000, his current net worth, and he's got 61 overall. So we're going to continue to train those players as we lead up to the start of the season. Here's the pre-season invites for the tournaments that we can go for. Obviously we want to try and get as much money on the board as possible to try and improve the youth scouts. We've got those out at the moment, searching for some new talent, but obviously nothing like trying to make improvements with new youth academy scouts. As we can see, we've had a budget increase for the season. As we move out to the first scout report, and we've got Sean King in the US of A, and as you can see, if we want to take anybody into the youth academy, we're actually going to have to either promote or release some players. So we're just having a look through here, and there's nobody really that is of interest at this stage, but we'll keep an eye on a couple of the players that are out in the US there. Moving out to Connor Murphy, he's down in Nigeria. Ubogo, no good. Shigari, David Shigari there, no, he's no good. We've got Okoye, worth 50,000, and he doesn't meet the criteria. And then we've got Dosu, he's potentially between 61 and 83, but his start rate is between 39 and 53. We'll just keep an eye on him for the future. Over to Lance Evans, who's out in France, and we can see a few players here that potentially might meet the mark. And then we've got Deluc there, who clearly won't. Pinot, we'll get rid of him. And then we've got Sebastian Albert, overall between 54 and 72 and 67 and 91. Clearly we need to get him into the youth academy quite rapid. He's got a really decent net worth at the moment as well. So let's have a look through a few of the players here and see who we can promote into the main squad, and free up the space to get that youth academy player in from France. So we've got quite a decent roster here, I feel, in the youth squad. There's quite a few players that could be promoted, but the one that I've really got my eye on is Ewan Watson. I think at 85 to 94 potential, he will really grow quite rapidly once in the main squad. And that obviously frees us off to sign Albert, who's only 15 at this stage though, so he can't actually be added to the main squad until a little later down the line. But that's not too much of a problem, as we just delete those emails and get on with the first game of the Invitational Cup as we face off against Mansfield at home. Okay, so Perkins has picked up an injury there, the aged right back, but Dobson gets us on the score sheet in the 25th minute. Sending off for Mansfield, and then they equalise with Khan on the 48th minute. A couple of substitutions taking place as we try to make some improvements to the squad. Running in towards the end of the game here. Dobson manages to get us a goal just before the full-time whistle, and that means we have taken victory, or the first victory of the Invitational Cup. Moving out to the training episode here. And we can see that Watson has improved by 1 overall. Let's hope he can hold on to it with the -1 overall glitch. And the first away game, so we're on the road against AFC Wimbledon in the tournament here. You can see the squad that I'm choosing here based on the fact that we're in a cup tournament. Sticking to the 4-4-2 at this stage as we head out into the Invitational Cup against Wimbledon. Okay, so 11 minutes in, and Peters has managed to find some space. He knocks it inside to Campbell. Campbell off to Newman. Newman on to Dobson, and he takes one of his thunderbolt long-range efforts there, Dobson, and manages to draw the save. Philip Campbell cuts inside to Newman. Shuffles back. Cuts it inside to Cisse. He's bobbling around a bit, but he manages to find Dobson, who takes one of his long-range efforts, and this time he's managed to find the back of the net. A really good goal there from Dobson. Finesse shot, I think that was really, from distance. A nice bit of build-up play from the youth academy players as well. Cisse there with a bit of a problematic touch, but he gets it across to Dobson, and Dobson finesses it past the keeper from distance. Just cuts across the ball. Keeper nearly got his fingertips to it though. And it's a good start. So into the second half here, and Cunningham's coming forward from the right hand side. He's knocked it inside and it's on to Cisse. Cisse finds Dobson. Dobson across. Just not that wide. Nice into the middle there. Dobson's managed to find his man, who's knocked it back to Sangar. Sangar out to Dobson. Can't convert the header. So not too much action in that game there, but it was a victory. That's 2 now in the Invitational Cup, and I think that will serve us well going towards the end of the tournament. As we can see, Dobson managed to get himself a 9.4 for his efforts, and many of the youth academy players doing quite well as well. Peters especially with an 8.2, and Cunningham with an 8.2. Okay, so the next game here, we're facing off against Ipswich. It's classified as a home game, but as we know, it's not really a home game. I'm not going to play the all of the games in this Invitational Cup, though, even though they are considered to be away games, I suppose. So Aiken's got himself a booking in the 2nd minute, and it's been a bit of a lacklustre game apart from that. Some substitutions being put into play now. Still rolling through without any action, and that's a 0-0. So it's a draw there. So we've had two wins and a draw. As we move back out to the training scenarios, we'll look at what Watson's doing at this stage and see if perhaps we might think about swapping him over for somebody else. Let's put Staunton in there and try and get another right back perhaps in the mix. Marino and Cisse both going up by 1 overall. Okay, so we've got Casey Quinn here, a transfer offer, and $1.5 million for a player that's just come out of the youth academy, really. Obviously we're going to reject it because we want to hold on to the young Irish player, but it's nice to see us getting offers straight away. As we move out to the second played game of the episode, we're facing off against Gillingham. So let's take a look at our lineup for this game. We've got Hughes in goal, Quinn at right back, Sangar and Paz in the middle with Peters playing left back. We've got Philip Campbell out on the left hand side, Dobson and Newman are in the middle, and Kuyar's going to play out on the left with Campbell on the right. Lombardi and Cisse will line up front. Kuyar on the ball, puts into the box. Can he find a man? Unlucky there. Nearly dragged it across to Newman, who was waiting on the edge of the box. Kuyar once more, out to Newman. Newman into Kuyar, out to Peters. Man on the overlap here is Kuyar. Campbell, actually. Second half is underway. Knocking it into the box, and we've hit the post. He was offside in any case. Yeah, just drifted ahead of the defender. As Gillingham make their way forward. Peters there nearly getting the ball away, and we've shipped the goal. That puts us 1-0 down in this tie. Eves on the spot there for Gillingham. Could prove problematic. Just gets ahead of the defender. I think it was Quinney. It's a decent enough goal, but some poor defending really at the near post. It should have been Paz, his man, and he's drifted too far out to the wing, and somebody's got to come across to try to cover. Okay, Newman on the ball, knocks it into Dobson. One of his long rangers, and it's wide. And out for a corner though, perhaps we can make something of it. Called in the man, but knocked the ball into the box. Quinney! Really good goal there from Casey Quinn from the header. He does tower above the opposition though, to be fair. But it's a really good header as he was falling away, and I don't know what the defenders there is doing on the line, trying to dive in header it away. It just went over the top of him. What a silly mistake there from the defender on the line. Newman into Dobson. Dobson out to the wing to find Quinney. Quinney's back inside to Dobson. Just trying to play the ball around here and make some space, open up the opposition. As Peters knocks the ball inside to Dobson, he finds himself Cisse on the edge of the box. He's trying to wriggle around and find some space. He's found Newman. Newman with a shot. Oh, what a goal! Torben Newman there with an absolute thunderbolt. And that puts us back in the lead. Nice bit of play there from Cisse, managing to wriggle himself free, find some space, but what a strike from Newman on the edge of the box. Lovely. Gillingham though managed to find himself some space towards the end of this game. Got the shot away and they've hit the post. That is a lucky escape for us coming into the end of the game. And we've managed to be victorious and take a 2-1 win. Hughes there congratulates Torben Newman for the goal. Newman got a 9.5 for his efforts in that game, and it was thoroughly deserved, to be honest. He was one of the star players out there. Quinn also with an 8.2, and I hope you've enjoyed that episode. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, and also subscribe to the channel for more FIFA 2019 content. Sorry if you feel a bit cheated with this episode in terms of the Invitational Cup not being finished, but obviously we want to keep the episode length down to something a bit manageable in terms of being able to watch things. So we'll catch up with the rest of the tournament in the next episode.